All right, guys, what is going on in this tutorial? I just wanted to pop in for a little bit with a quick little high level tip for you guys. Everybody's setting up a Postfix email server and you can't get your emails delivered to Google, right? This was a major problem I had setting up Postfix. Nothing getting delivered to Google. You know, you might be getting an error like this, an error 550-5.7.28, right? Our system has detected an unusual rate of unsolicited mail. Now, this was the error I initially got setting up Postfix. I went through a number of things to solve the problem. I'm going to cover those in this tutorial. This is not going to be a tutorial that babies you through the entire process. You kind of have to figure this out on your own as far as commands go. But this is a high level overview. The first thing I did when I got this error, this message from Google, I wanted to know if my IP was blacklisted, right? If you're trying to send emails from a blacklisted IP address, this is going to cause problems. So you can just Google for a online tool that will tell you if your IP has been blacklisted. This is one of the first things you should do if you're running into this problem. Hopefully you didn't buy this IP address. This is something you need to do way before you even think about setting up Postfix. Verify that your IP has not been blacklisted. You can go to mxtoolbox.com for a free online tool to check into that. Okay, the next thing is SPF, Sender Policy Framework. This is an authentication method that you need to have in place. When your email server sends email to another system, that system will check your DNS records for a text record. This is a record indicating the IP addresses that are allowed to send email on behalf of your domain. This is very important. You need to Google Sender Policy Framework. This is essential to have if you want your emails to be delivered. DKIM, Domain Keys Identified Mail. Once again, another authentication mechanism that email servers use to ensure the integrity, the authenticity of emails being sent on the internet. If you have this set up, your email server will digitally sign each individual message you send to the internet. You send to other servers with its own private key. The receiving server will then take the public key that's listed in your DNS records and attempt to decrypt that message, decrypt that signature. If this process fails, you do not have DKIM set up, your email will get marked as spam, right? So this is important. Your emails are not getting delivered, or they're getting delivered to the spam folder. You need to have this set up, DKIM. I used OpenDKIM to generate my public private key combo. Something you need to set up. Once again, similar to SPF, this is a text record that you set up in your DNS records. You generate a public key that you publish to your DNS server, right? So very important. This next one is not as important as any of these others, as I quickly found out. You do not necessarily need to have TLS, SSL encryption on your Postfix server in order for it not to get flagged as spam, or in order for email servers to accept your email. But I think it's important, so I went ahead and did it. This was one of the first things I set up. In fact, the first things I did was I checked my IP against a blacklisted database. I set up SPF, I set up DKIM, I had TLS encryption, and I was still getting this error message right here. Our system has detected an unusual rate of unsolicited mail. Gmail still not accepting my emails despite having all this. The last kind of key to this whole puzzle was reverse DNS. I needed to go in and set a PTR record with my DigitalOcean droplet. Google Gmail addresses will not accept your emails unless you have a reverse DNS record associated with your IP address. This does exactly what you think. It does the reverse of DNS. Instead of resolving a name to an IP address, it resolves an IP address to a domain name. So this is very important for you to set up the reverse DNS. You probably need to contact your ISP or your provider to get this done. I use DigitalOcean. All I had to do was change my droplet name and change my host name on my server to get this recorded. So reverse DNS, something you need to look into if you care about your email deliverability. All right. So these are the things I did. Once again, this is not a super deep dive into all the little details you need, but these are the things you need to have in place if you want your emails to be delivered, especially to Google, who's very strict on what it allows into its servers, right? So if you guys have any questions, visit this tutorial on my blog. I will link you guys in the description below. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to help you guys out. Check out the blog. I will link you guys below. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you very soon. Peace.